Hello, welcome back to Beacon Pines. My name is Ussur. Ike is taking off for Chapter 6. Go ahead, Ike.
Secret lair. Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder. Luca walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows. Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
What is it? Alright, let's go. Somebody knocked on the door. And they're still knocking. Rollo, what on earth is that? Huh? That ridiculous thing on your head. Oh, this? It helps me think. You're gonna need a lot more of those. Joke all you want. We'll see who's laughing when I crack this case wide open. Coast is clear? Yep, whatever she's been up to this week, it's been keeping her busy most of the day. Very well, the game is afoot.
Luca and Beck rolled their eyes as Rollo strutted across the room.
I were a Gran, where would I hide my deepest, darkest secrets? Perhaps where you might least expect it.
Rollo flung open the cabinet with confidence.
Ha!
As a veil of dust hit his face.
I think it's safe to assume anything that dusty isn't what we're looking for. Or maybe that's what she wants you to think. Then again, any good detective knows not to trust their first hunch. Upstairs, Rollo. Upstairs. First hunches are for suckers. Eureka! She's lit a fire in order to burn the evidence. She keeps that fire going every day, Rollo. Drat, it may already be too late. Just think of the mounds of documents lost to ash. Okay. I'm gonna stop you right there. Can we just think for a moment? Luca, is there anywhere Gran doesn't want you to go? Yeah, the closet upstairs. So maybe it stands to reason that we should check there first. No dice, it's locked. Well, well, well. Look who stands to reason now. And I have no idea where the key is. It really is important, and she probably keeps it with her. Anywhere else? She has her berry bushes. Who's ever thought I'm going to take this important thing and huck it in a bush? True. Anything else? Maybe something out of the ordinary? Well, she's always worried I'll break her fancy dishware in the kitchen. But it doesn't matter anyway, I can't reach the latch.
A look of realization crept onto Luca's face. All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted in turn toward the kitchen.
Yay! Kitchen! Alright, Rollo. This is your time to shine. Ah, yes. You've called upon my expert detective skills. Don't break it! Now I shall proceed with...
Before he could finish, Luca scrambled up Rollo's back.
Hey, this isn't my idea of detective work. Every squad needs a good lockpick. And every good lockpick needs a sturdy head to sit on. This is beneath my standing. Stop complaining and hold still. Got it! If you could pick the lock, why not pick the lock on the door?
The three crowded around the hutch to peer in. With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of their eyes. Searched for anything amiss. But the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
But they look like they're placed up there as like a display, so you should be able to look behind them. That was anticlimactic, yeah. I don't really know what we were expecting. Like, oh hey, let me just yank on this random teacup and...
one of the teacups. It slanted forward with a hollow click. The entire hutch began to rustle and slide under its own power.
Nice work, Beck. Seems like your Gran has been doing some remodeling. Dude, only two types of people have secret lairs. Evil masterminds and superheroes. So which one do we think she is? We're about to find out. Down we go! Into the lair of the evil mastermind. Okay, so more of an unhinged conspiracist vibe. Oh, wow. Yeah, this cannot be good. We need to look around before jumping to conclusions. There's a barrel with a giant exclamation point on it. That looks bad. What do we have here? Caution, explosive. And jam jars? There's enough jam to feed the whole town. What kind of incendiary jam is your grand making?
Explosive ones at that.
Huh, incendiary found. She shouldn't have been... She shouldn't have had me walk around town delivering bombs. Yeah! Right? Only one way to find
Rollo
out.
casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam. He
Huckleberries.
smacked his lips.
A hint of brown sugar. And ink? What?
Rollo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper. Rollo offered a slimy note to Luca and licked his fingers clean.
Addressed to Mrs. Fratelli. Jamgram? Last night I used the disguise Eris provided to scout the location. Timing windows should be possible. Operation Sparkplug is a go. Aw, man, are they doing a heist? Wherever it is, it can't be good. So more of a bombshell than a bomb, am I right? You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I'm the bad joke guy around here. Okay, so they're using it to pass notes.
Hey, look, the
Interesting.
filing cabinet.
Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter. For a long moment, he just stared at it.
What do you got there? It's my dad. Looks like some of his old medical files. Your dad was a doctor?
Luca nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
Well, are you gonna read it? Here, let me help.
Rollo swiped the folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages. He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
How about you actually read some of it? One sec. Dense documents such as these are a lot like a cheeseburger. It's best to skip straight to the middle. It's where all the meaty bits live. Wow, I had no idea we were in the presence of the preeminent scholar in dense documents and cheeseburgers. By all means,
He
proceed.
stopped at a page and mimed, holding up a monocle.
Ah, here we are. Follow-up examination of Terrence Wilby. Patient shows further signs of paleness and malaise. Body temperature continues to drop. He now describes soreness of muscle and joints, just similar to the symptoms exhibited by Mrs. Wilby just a few days past. Still waiting on our lab results from Joseph.
Rollo looked up with heightened surprise.
See? Creepy. Yeah, that's kind of disturbing. Who's Joseph? That's Mr. Nuncreed's name. Wait,
Rollo's finger traced across the page.
there's more scribbled in the margins. Could it be contagious? Mr. Wilby claims the tap water at his home has been contaminated. Perhaps environmental. Lab results only raise more questions. It's like he came back to this report later and made those notes. So it might be related to something else.
Rollo scanned through several more pages.
Here, the writing looks shaky. I just couldn't help her. This disease, or whatever it is, progresses so fast. And with his wife passing, Terrence's condition follows close behind. Exacerbated by the loss. Enough is enough. I need to take matters into my own hands.
Luca, staring blankly at the cabinet this whole time, spoke softly.
What does it say next?
Rollo rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
That's where it ends. What? There has to be
Luca
more.
frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Luca, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical, see? What did he mean, enough is enough? How did he take matters into his own hands? This is bullshit.
Luca slammed the drawer shut.
Alright. What do we got up here?
A
Evil
spiderweb of
mastermind
string
plans.
connected photos of people from the town, interspersed with hastily scrawled notes.
Well, she sure has kept herself busy. Is your gran a serial killer? Because I'm starting to get a vibe. Don't be ridiculous. Sure, she's just tracking the movements of everyone in town. Out of the kindness of her heart. She puts little symbols by some of them. Yeah, Mr. Nuncreed has a check mark. Clipboards are all inside a big circle. My mom's are both on here. Both with question marks. Gus Valentine has a question mark. Eris has a question mark that's been crossed out. Mr. Kerr has a bullseye. Killer has chosen her next victim! We don't know what any of this means. Whatever it means, it's probably not good.
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
Cool, this looks like a treasure map. Not every old map is a treasure map, Rolo. Yes, but every treasure map is an old map. Can't fault that logic. Look, there's even a pathway drawn on it. Starts at the entrance to town. And if we follow it,
Rollo carefully traced the path with his finger.
it leads
He
right
jabbed
to
down at the end point.
Town Square. There's a fountain in the middle of the town. What a weird place to hide treasure. Rolo, that doesn't look like treasure to me. The end of that path on that map has the same symbol as these explosives over here. So it's not hiding treasure. A real bummer. Rolo, what's the thing you've been excited about for the past month? The festival. Gulp. Did you just say gulp? This feels like a gulp kind of situation. Everyone will be gathered near the center of town. She's gonna blow up the festival! Not if we stop her. Uh-oh. What was that?
Luca looked up from the map.
What was that? No, I heard it too. That was the front door. Which means someone just shut the door. Which means she's upstairs. Or someone's upstairs. Quiet, hit the lights.
Beck flicked off the light, and they became statues in the dark. Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps.
Except the door's open.
The kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall.
The door's open!
Then suddenly, it stopped. Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath. All three exhaled shakily and glanced at each other. A muffled male voice broke the silence. A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now echoed down the stairs.
Anyone down there?
Three kids shuffled to the corners without a peep. As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated every new step. Thump.
Yoo-hoo! Not here to hurt anyone. That's what people who are here to hurt someone say. I'm just here to help. Just...
At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting to search the room for signs of life.
Huh. Guess it's nothing.
Rollo shifted suddenly. Luca gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth. It
Rollo,
was too
don't.
late. Rollo was already inching toward the stairway. He screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
Flamin' chicken coop!
With all his weight, Rollo tackled the man to the ground.
Wow.
Ooh, that'd be heavy.
Nice work, Rollo. Rollo? Mysterious creepy man? Anyone there?
From the dark corner, they saw something move.
Well, I don't know if I had it in me, but there's only one way to find out. Holy crap, Rollo, that was awesome. Wait, did you just kill that person?
Luca scrambled to the hunched figure on the ground, pressing his fingers to the man's neck. He sighed with relief.
You sure clobbered him good, Rollo. He's knocked out cold.
As Beck flicked back on the light, Luca and Rollo both gasped in stereo.
Mr. Tolliver? I could have gotten away for it too if it weren't for you
Chapter 7.
kids.
The interrogation of Hiram Tolliver. Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain. They couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go. They needed to know what he was doing.
So we'll interrogate him and then kill him.
After some deliberation, it was decided.
They'd run the classic good cop, chill
They'd
cop
run the
interrogation.
classic
Okay.
Good cop, chill.
We don't have
cop
bad.
interrogation.
I'll handle this. Just gotta play it cool.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times.
Strobe light!
Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
Golly, I sure got my bell rung.
He looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. This was all a big mistake. Luca, what's going on here? Why do you have me strapped down? No one's fault, really. Rollo just got a little startled. Rollo's here?
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Well, alright. Mistakes happen. The kids gave old Hiram a good scare. Let's just get me out of these ropes and call it even.
Luca glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement? I'm here to help, of course. Help with what? What's my gran up to? You'll just cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know we can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luca, have I ever done wrong by you? Nope. And since your gran moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yeah? Why would I turn my back on your family now? It's just... all this stuff seems pretty weird. Board with names of people from town. An archive of my dad's old disturbing patient notes.
Luca gestured to the corner.
Barrels of explosives. I can explain everything.
Okay, then do it.
You just need to untie me. You kids deserve an explanation.
Luca looked again to Rollo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings.
That's the wrong thing to do.
Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists.
That's a good lad. This'll all make sense in time.
He edged imperceptibly toward the stair.
You see, this town has secrets, Luca. Very dark past indeed.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch.
Yeah. Past that must be brought to...
He punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
Light! Son of a...
Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
He just locked us down here.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down there and let the adults handle this.
They looked bewildered at
I'm
each other.
blowing everyone up? Play it cool, huh? Now, Beck. Well, that didn't go very
They
well.
heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end. Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement.
No.
Back to the drawing board.
There's one path we have... There's two paths where we haven't... No, one path where we haven't tried everything.
Right.
Actually, there's multiple paths we haven't tried everything. In fact, we haven't done that one very well.
Okay.
Let's see if we can do this a little better. Time to bust out the... Oh, we only have those two options. Never mind.
Yeah, but it's a question mark for both of them, so...
Chapter 4. The Best Policy. Luca paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess. Hopefully he could make it up to her. But finding Rollo was his primary concern.
The hell are you doing out here? Why did a kid with gray hair just run past us in a panic?
Roxy and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching.
That's Beck. I don't care who she is. What happened? We were just helping look for Rollo. Luca, I need you to start telling me the truth.
Roxy's temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling, but this was the most intense Luca had ever seen her. Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luca.
We're running out of time.
In a torrent of rambled words and tears, Luca broke down.
Rollo and I weren't just playing in Weepwood yesterday. We were investigating lights at the old Valentine warehouse. Someone was there in a strange suit. We hid in the dumpster and a heavy bag dropped on us. I think it was a body. So we ran, but we got split up. And I ran home. And it's all my fault. Now my best friend may never come back. Wow. Just wow.
Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luca.
It's not your fault, Luca. Rollo's gonna be okay, I promise.
Roxy drew herself up.
I'm gonna fix this. Luca, go home. But I want to help. This is too dangerous for a kid. I can't just sit around, I have to do something.
Roxy tried to think of the safest place to send Luca.
Go back to that little treehouse you two like to play in. Wait there in case Rollo shows up. Sound like a plan?
Luca wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod.
Did the right thing telling me the truth. Now scoot. Have we just killed them off too? Do you really believe his story? What other option do we have? Things have been strange around here leading up to the festival. My dad has been acting weird lately. Well, weirder than normal.
Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up.
Why is it so cold here? Place gives me the willies. Wait at the treehouse. I think we just killed off Rollo's sister and Mr. Tolliver's daughter. Do you think?
Mr. Nuncreed jumped with a start.
Oh, don't sneak up on an old fella like that. Sorry. Who are you talking to? What?
Luca motioned to the phone booth.
Oh, no. I was just checking because I thought I heard it ring. But the dang thing never does, of course. Yeah, I've never seen anyone use it, really. The whole thing's a waste of money, if you ask me. Any word from Rollo yet? Not yet. Long time for a boy to lose his way. Rollo knows those woods too well to get lost. I suppose you're right. Silly boy's antics has this whole town worried sick. What's with the music? Antics? We all know Rollo likes to play his little pranks. You think this is a prank? What other possible explanation could there be? He's not playing a prank and he didn't get lost. Someone took him, I know it. How would you know that? Unless... Lucas, there's something that you know?
Mr. Nuncreed gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luca's shoulder.
Dang it, boy, if there's something you know, something that could help your friend, you need to tell folks. Oh! What are you gonna do? He's about to kidnap you!
His eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him.
There was blank. Shame.
There was a shame lurking behind those eyes. A deep sadness.
Goodbye, Luca.
If Mr. Nuncreed was that worried about Rollo, maybe he could help.
I don't think that's what it is, but yesterday Rollo and I were messing around at the old Valentine warehouse.
Mr. Nuncreed raised an eyebrow.
Both of you? You were with Rollo when he went missing? Not exactly, I was hiding in the dumpster. A dumpster? What are you doing in there? First we were just looking around, then someone in a strange yellow suit came and dumped something on us. Both got scared and ran. That was the last I saw of him. Got scared by some garbage? Well, that's why you don't go skulking in someone's dumpster. But it wasn't garbage. I think it was a body. I'm sure it was just some trash.
It was a body.
No, there was a name tag. It said Deep Engineering.
Mr. Nuncreed's shoulders slumped.
I wish you wouldn't have said that.
A deep sigh bellowed from his chest.
Why did you have to? I tried, Luca. God knows I tried to keep you safe.
Luca attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder.
But you Van Horns just can't help yourselves, can you? We were all so close to being done with this.
With a firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luca into the phone booth.
What are you doing? It's out of my hands now.
The door latched shut with a mechanical hiss.
Shit. The end.
Luca pounded the glass, the floor dropped from under his feet. The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule plummeting at gravity's whim. Luca winced and pressed his hands to the walls. As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth stop. He felt a cold rush of air and opened his eyes with hesitance. Two large figures in hazmat suits occluded his view. Luca heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. He knows too much. The end.
See?
Wait.
He's dead.
This
And you
isn't
killed
the
off
end.
Rollo's sister and Mr. Tolliver's daughter.
Yep.
I know there's still much more. Somehow this went wrong. Okay, let's try something else.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can keep going. Okay, we've got Strange. I don't feel so good. Sorry, it just... Oh, shit. Yep. That was intense. I think he's gonna be okay, right?
Probably not.
Nothing about this seems okay.
The person at the warehouse. This strange ooze and what it did to Iggy. Was Rollo caught up in all of this?
Yep. We have to find Rollo. Took the words out of my mouth. Okay, avoiding the ooze. Property of Valentine Fertilizer Company.
That's not fertilizer.
Looks old. Oh, hi. Hello there, little buddies. You startled me. What in the dickens are you up to in this part of town? We're just helping look for Rollo. Oh, you haven't heard the good news? Rollo showed up safe and sound a bit ago.
I don't believe you. I do not trust you. I think
Yeah,
you
that's a
kidnapped him.
smile that says no. Really?
No.
So where was he? It's funny, really. He just got a little turned around in the woods.
That wasn't the woods.
That can be they can be disorienting, you know. I'm starting to get that impression. Willow's at his house now, getting some well-deserved rest. Wow, that's a relief. You two should scurry along before you get lost yourselves. Yeah, come on, Beck. I can't wait to introduce you to Rollo. Oh, that reminds me. Luca, your grandmother was looking for you. She was? She was worried sick. You should march straight home. I guess. Beck, your folks might be getting worried too. I'll walk you home. I need to talk with Nellie about work
Beck
anyway.
glanced toward Luca.
Yes, all's well that ends well. I'll introduce you to Rollo tomorrow. Sure. Glad he's okay. He's not! Now
He's
we're free.
dead.
Oh, wait. Shit.
Rollo was safe.
Nope.
A wave of relief washed over Luca, which was quickly replaced by a sense of dread. Gran is going to kill me. If he hurried, he might just make it home before sundown.
Gran told him
Chapter
not to
4.
leave the house.
Wow.
Our harvest awaits. Luca took a deep breath.
That sounded
and
ominous.
gingerly opened the door,
'Cause it
steeling
was.
himself for Gran's wrath.
Okay, that's where we'll stop this one. Well, actually, Gran, I'm home. Everything's fine. We got to get through to where he's done talking. Gran? All right, wait. Don't move. That's where we will stop this one. We are making progress and also backtracking a lot because that's the way this game works. I have to say, like these point-and-click adventure things. Not typically my thing with the visual novels, but I am really interested in hell in this. This is cool. I'm definitely digging it. Anyway, that will be all for this one. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you can see when we post new things. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Catch you all on the next one.
Bye.
Bye!